So, first of all, I would like to ask you, what are the most important economic partnership agreement that Kenya has in place?
Okay, thank you. Today we are talking about renewable energy, but as I said during my presentation, energy for who and energy for what. Remember, energy projects cost a lot of money, and the investors would be happy that they are able to recoup whatever they invest in those projects, and that's why it's important as we conceive about energy for Africa, that this energy will be used to boost economic activity. That's what I'm here to talk about. And this means that we really want not just to light up houses and streets, but also to create productivity through energy being used to run industries and manufacturing. And in that regard, as I said, Kenya is quite keen to ensure that apart from just developing energy projects, that we are able to also invest in manufacturing so that this can drive economic growth, so that this can also pay off, that the projects that you implement in the energy sector then get payment in terms of manufactured goods that leave the country. So in that regard, the country has developed, has several economic partnership agreements which guarantee market access. And the first one is the Kenya-EU Economic Partnership Agreement. This is an agreement that was signed last year between Kenya and the European Union, and it has been ratified by the Kenyan government and became effective from 1st of July 2024. And this allows goods made in Kenya, nearly 13,000 of them, to be exported to 27 EU countries, duty-free, quota-free. And so we are encouraging and asking companies within Italy and of course the rest of the EU to invest in manufacturing in Kenya so that they can take advantage of this agreement. The other agreement that we have also signed is the Kenya-UK Economic Partnership Agreement. So we have again an agreement with the United Kingdom, and again it will guarantee you about another 7,000 goods out of Kenya into the UK on duty-free, quota-free basis. We have also signed an agreement with the United Arab Emirates, again opening up market access between the two countries for some of the commodities that we have. Within, as I indicated here, Kenya is a member of the East African Community where we have a common market. So if you invest in Kenya, the products that you make will be exported to the East African Community. This is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, DRC, South Sudan, and Somalia, duty-free, quota-free. So you have access then to a population of about 400 million for goods that you make from Kenya. We are also part of the African Continental Free Trade Area, where goods made in Kenya can access the whole of Africa, 1.4 billion people. And as we have said, Kenya has all the ingredients of being the launching pad into Africa. We have a port, we have a very dynamic airport that is accessible to the region. There are flights out of Nairobi to all the 55 capital cities of African countries. So you can have breakfast in Nairobi and have dinner in Dakar, in Senegal, in South Africa. We have a number of flights, Angola, Malawi, Zambia, name it. So really, this is your gateway to Africa. Some of the goods that we are looking at in terms of investments include traditional agricultural products. Currently, as we speak, Kenyan farmers have a lot of experience exporting their produce into the EU. For example, I know for coffee into Germany and the rest of Europe. In Netherlands, Kenya is the second largest exporter of flowers globally into the Netherlands and then the rest of Europe. We are exporting coffee, we are exporting tea, fruits, flowers. Avocado is a major one for us, macadamia. So really, as we see that area, we can do quite a bit of work.
Thank you so much. What do you believe is needed to attract productive investment in Kenya's manufacturing sector?
Yes, a number of issues. One is energy, and that's why we are here. Because manufacturing requires a lot of energy. Currently, Kenya is an energy deficit country, meaning that we have to, our grid cannot supply all the energy that we need. So daily we import some of our power from Ethiopia. We also import some of our power from Tanzania. And so we are here to bid, to talk to investors, to invest in energy. And more importantly, renewable energy. We have abundant solar energy, geothermal energy, wind power. All this potential is lying there. And so energy, both the quality and the quantity of electricity. So we want to have large-scale electricity projects so that we can have enough power that is of good enough quality to spur manufacturing. The other issue is investments. Manufacturing is heavy investment. Africa is growing very rapidly. We all know that by 2050, 50% of the workforce some will be coming from Africa. And we have young people, we have the largest, the quickest growing population, not just population, but these are really consumers. So part of what we are requesting is that Africa is a net importer of produce. If you look across Africa, we are making about 20% of the goods that we need, and 80% is being imported from elsewhere. We would like to drive this down to 50% of goods made in Africa and 50% imported by 2050. This is the ambition of the African Union Agenda 2063. And for that to happen, we need large investments. We have a lot of raw materials in terms of minerals, in terms of agricultural produce, but all these are being exported as raw materials. So part of what we need are really investments that will produce finished products for the African market, but also for the regional and international markets. And this will also help to create jobs, because we have a lot of people in Africa that are jobless, very well educated, but then they don't have opportunities for jobs because a lot of the raw materials that we have are being exported raw. So we are here to really say this is the continent of the future, because this is where the young people are, and these young people need opportunities just like the rest of us in the world to engage themselves in meaningful employment that will enable them not just to feed themselves, but to change the circumstances of their family and impact the rest of the world.
Thank you so much. One last question. How can Italy contribute to capacity building in the Kenyan agricultural sector?
Yes, here in Italy, you are very strong in agriculture. Kenya is an agricultural country. We have large tracts of land that is sitting idle in the many parts of the country, including Kalana Kulao in the Tana Telda, where you have nearly 1 million acres of land that is really not productive. You have a lot of experience in terms of mechanization, irrigation, soil management, so all this. So part of why we are here is really to say we need partnership between Kenyan and Italian companies so that they can invest not just in production and in manufacturing, but also in technology transfer, because you have many years of experience of manufacturing, of irrigation, of managing agricultural agro-processing. And so we are here with some of our universities. We would also like partnerships between Kenyan universities and universities here in Italy. The Open University of Kenya is here, and what we would like is to really get skills transferred so that we can build capacity, so that we can take not just Kenya, but Africa to the next level. And when everybody gets to that level, then of course we will have a more just, a more equitable, a more balanced, sustainable world.
Thank you very much.